Society's Championship of Salvation. Your deciding referee for this championship bout.
I want Stu.
Sorry, bud.
Great hair. I'm jealous.
Your deciding referee, Stuart Garvin. Making their way to the ring first, your challenger.
This just feels right.
They're two sides of the same coin. You, the limestone cowboy. So you push out point over. You got me, the technical tactician, the crimson line, the wrestling specialist. We're gonna do this one more time. How many of this thing 20 feet in the air? Marz Stephen Crowe, Championship of Salvation in the ladder match. I will not stop until I am champion.
My hate has cycled and I saved it all for you.
Now let's do this goddamn right. Making their way to the ring first, your challenger.
Marz, the specialist, won this opportunity to become the second Clandestine Society Champion of Salvation last month. And you can bet your bottom dollar he will not be looking to waste this opportunity. Dash, the history between these two, well documented. Many head-to-head matches, Iron Man matches, you name it, these two have done it. But now it's going to go to a whole new level, no pun intended.
These two have fought in rings across this country, whether it's been LPW, whether it's been RCW, whether it's been WPW, whether it was LPW 4, whether it was a scramble match in LPW 10, whether it's been 7 versus the Clandestine Society, it feels like this war has not stopped. Mars bar for Spencer.
Marz,
you still waiting for your Mars bar?
Yeah, I would go for a Marz bar. Now, Marz, you saw him pacing the ring like a caged Crimson Lion.
Yes.
And make no mistake, that lovable rhinestone cowboy, long gone. Yeah, a new, and some would say, by the gold on his shoulders, improved rhinestone cowboy Stephen Crowe, set to defend that championship of salvation representing the clandestine society.
I mean, you say new and improved. I just say focused. Focused on the right things, and you said it, dripping in gold as a result.
And that's what it's all about, holding aloft that championship of salvation. And we've seen that contraption that's going to hold that title looming like a specter over the ring all night. And right away, that will be the apparatus that hangs the Thursday night prize high above the ring. The only way to win the match, scale the ladder, retrieve the championship. Whoever does that is going to walk out the champion of salvation.
I got goosebumps.
Now, somebody score me one of them Marz bars. I could do with some chocolate here. We've seen these two go 30 minutes, beat the living daylights out of each other. Now throw in the hardware you see on that stage also looming all night long. Not one ladder, not two ladders, but three ladders of various sizes, shapes, dimensions, and sturdiness, I hope.
Good thing there wasn't one more ladder. You had to hit your limit in counting there.
And that championship.
Marz just focused, his eyes on the prize. Look of confidence on his face.
It's only apropos the championship of salvation raised up to the heavens. Chocolates raining from the skies. Ring the bell, knucklehead.
Did I get that?
There's the
Who you
bell.
talking to? I wanted a Marz bar.
We are, I don't blame you. We are underway. The main event of our biggest Thursday night prequel show.
Oh, yeah.
And the tone set early by the Rhinestone Cowboy. Perhaps maybe trying to use some of the hot-headedness of Marz the Specialist against them.
Oh, Marz is the hothead in this one. As Stephen Crowe screams that that's his title.
Marz went for the dropkick wisely. Crowe hanging on to that top rope. Nothing but canvas for the Specialist. Butterfly and the R's might be going for that backbreaker.
A little too early.
Yeah, they might be emptying the clip early. Not paid by the hour.
Must use the tights.
Crowe landing on his feet. Marz able to duck that roundhouse kick. Floating over. Tried to spin out.
I'd say these new two competitors know each other fairly well.
Absolutely going for a lot of their traditional offense they like to use. Pump kick from Stephen Crowe. The Crimson Lion hanging on.
Seen that one before, he says.
There's an old saying, familiarity breeds contempt, and these two dislike each other greatly, but they're also very, very familiar. Shoved into the buckle, up and over goes the Specialist. Dropkick sends Crowe back into that corner.
I mean, to say that these two have been to war a few times is a pretty gross understatement.
That knee caught him right on the chin. Might have hit the off button on the Specialist. Crowe creating space, calling a shot, charging in.
Target acquired. And here's some elbows.
Repeated strikes. He likes to stack him up on that middle rope and drive the knees into that rib area.
It's like a somewhat eerie feeling having the referee on the outside and just letting these guys two go to war.
There's only one rule in this match, and that you got to get that title, you got to get that championship. Marz over the top onto the ring apron. Dangerous position for both competitors. Oh, man. Marz hit that ring apron hard. He might have hit the floor harder.
You're right on both accounts.
And there's a very eerie calm and silence.
Yes.
Like they're waiting
Yes.
for something bad to happen.
Good read. I feel that too. The calm before the storm. My arthritis is acting up.
Stephen Crowe standing on those ringside chairs. We talk about how MRB likes to soak in the heat. Runs in the family.
I would say so. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The apples don't fall far from the tree. Well, here we go. And we're going to see some steel and fiberglass.
Stephen Crowe realizing, wow, Marz dispatched to the floor. Great time to bring that hardware in the ring and perhaps try to secure that title.
Make quick work. Try to eliminate very collateral damage and get into that tag team match tomorrow night.
Marz snuck up onto that stage and
Where
grabbed
did he
the other end of that
come
ladder.
from?
Now we're in a tug-of-war over that ladder on the staging area.
That is not what ladders are designed for.
Driving Marz back into that wall behind that curtain. It's a wall.
Yeah, that's a wall.
You need walls to hold the damn roof up. Stephen Crowe pointing up at that championship hanging from the rafters. Got to get that ladder in the ring. Marz able to close that ladder on the fingers. And that stage is a very precarious place to be. Crowe landing on his feet. Dumping Marz face first onto that ladder.
Grabbing at the wrist.
And you can catch your wrists and your knees and
You don't know what part's going to hit first.
your face, all kinds of stuff in that ladder.
I'm sure Steven's intention was to smash his face, but like when you go to break your fall and you put your wrist down, that's still steel.
That arm looked like it for a second. It was spasming there.
I think it still is. Well, if it wasn't, he just stomped on it.
We've got one ladder inside the ring. Crowe perhaps looking to bring a second one in. He's got some sort of nefarious plans, I'm sure. Setting up that ladder in the corner. And again, maybe taking a little bit too much time maneuvering around the hardware.
Well, I think that's the trick to a ladder match, isn't it, Boris? Like, you've really got to pick your spots and understand like the time you're taking.
Crowe using that middle rope to break the grip of the specialist. Interesting take. And again, there's a very, very eerie feeling in this room right now. It's palpable. You can feel it. It's a different feeling from our last match.
Different feeling from most Thursdays, a different feeling from our last match. There's just a tension in the air.
Crowe up on that middle rope. Double back chops. That does not feel good. You might be looking to vertically suplex him, superplex him into the ring onto that ladder. Marz trying to put the brakes on. He wants no part of that.
Why would you?
Trying to hang on to that turnbuckle. Trying to fight his way out of the grip of Crowe. Oh, headbutt sends Crowe down to the canvas. Barely avoiding that ladder. Marz now up on the top. Paint brushing the face of the Crimson Lion.
Painting it crimson red.
Stephen Crowe scooping up that ladder.
Stephen Crowe just feeding off the crowd.
Jawing with the fans at ringside. Marz drop kicking that ladder right into the face of Crowe.
That he did.
Stephen Crowe in all sorts of pain.
Like that, a ladder is just so unforgiving.
Yeah, that ladder caught him square in the face.
Unrelenting.
Now Marz looking to set that ladder underneath the gold.
Is it the right time, though?
Climbing up that
Crowe starting
ladder,
to stir.
fingertips away, but got caught by Crowe. Dragged down to the canvas.
And this is what I mean about picking your spots. it's so important to make sure that you're heading up to the ladder at the opportune time. Like, your consequences of your actions are so exaggerated in a ladder match.
Now Crowe dragged back down on the canvas. Now Marz scaling that ladder a little bit faster. But that ladder not directly under the title. I think it needs to be positioned a little bit better. Big pump kick from the champion.
The one time Marz wished he was a slightly taller king.
Stephen Crowe inching closer and closer to that title. Got caught by the ankle. Kicked off. He tried to go for that head scissors. Marz put the brakes on.
What's he going to do with him?
Power bombed on that ladder in the corner.
Right on the back of his head, shoulder blades.
Stephen Crowe's body meeting the steel of that ladder. Marz repositioning now, scaling that ladder. Crowe out on the floor. This might be the best time. This might be the best opportunity he's going to have all match. Back inside the ring quickly. Crowe realizing no time to rest on his laurels, no time to lick his wounds.
Nope.
Had to get back in there immediately. Handful of the crimson mane of Marz bashing his skull into that ladder.
Oh, jeez.
Both competitors scaling opposite sides of that ladder. I don't feel good about any of this.
The warning label on this side of the ladder clearly says these are not steps.
Exchanging rights on the top of that ladder.
Stephen Crowe does not care.
Stephen Crowe bashing the skull of Marz again off that ladder. I don't feel good about any of this.
Oh my God!
Looking for
Oh, nice head, Boris.
Sunset.
He's out. He's out.
Powerbomb.
He's out.
Took Marz right down on his head.
Marz is out cold.
Referees checking on Marz.
He hasn't moved, Boris. Did that just happen?
Referees looking for signs of life in Marz the specialist.
He sees none.
He's moving. But is that going to be enough? Crowe taking that ladder down.
I think he might be alive.
Marz up to the knees. I mean, that's a victory in itself.
Is it? That's what he got for his victory.
Marz not dead yet.
Not dead ever.
I mean, that remains to be seen, but damn.
I don't think it's written on his jacket for an accident.
Laying the carcass on that ladder, sent on backsplash from the champion.
5 rungs of that ladder just bent.
And you can see
I can literally see 5 rungs of that ladder bent.
And the confidence growing on the face. You can see it in the eyes of the champion of salvation.
Marz might not ever get up again.
As he climbs up to the top.
Oh, no.
Nefarious ideas.
Oh, no.
Nefarious plans. Marz up on his feet.
Where did he come up with that? I mean,
how is that even possible?
Desperation, Boris. You're fighting for your life.
Marz following Crowe up to that middle rope. Oh, come on now.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I know you want to win championships. I know you want to win titles.
But at what expense?
Oh, narrowly avoiding that ladder. My life flashed before my eyes.
I mean, like, they missed the ladder just fractionally, but the problem with that is Stephen Crowe's arm did not miss the ladder. And when you take the brunt of that blow on one part of your body,
perhaps the sickening, violent playing field is a little bit more level after that. Marz trying to set that ladder. Crowe grabbed a hold of it.
oh, his arm's underneath.
Using all of his weight to get that ladder out of the grip of Marz. I mean, using his brain as well as his brawn.
I mean, he had the entire weight of a 12-foot ladder plus Stephen Crowe on top of it.
Vertical suplex, marching Stephen Crowe around the squared circle.
Look at the strength. Boris. Oh, my God.
Down to the ladder.
Oh.
How many gross and violence do I get per show?
You might get 2 or 3 more this match.
I mean, that took a round out of Marz as well, but Stephen Crowe's back meant to steal.
This might be both these guys' funeral.
And you can see, like you mentioned, the rungs of that ladder bent.
The ladder doesn't quite sit square anymore.
The
I wonder
bodies
why.
of these two guys. Marz, fingertips.
Oh, he's got his fingers on it.
Fingertips on the title.
Oh!
Just heaving that ladder over. Marz hit the buckle.
Sandwiched in between the turnbuckle and the ladder. Well, we've had our first set of fingers on the title, which means absolutely nothing.
What's the old saying? Close only counts.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
And as my son says, farts. But that's another story.
Stephen Crowe on his feet, which is a miracle in itself. Marz using that top rope to get back to his feet.
Keeping him up with punches. Elbows. Slaps. Blows. Throw a kick in there, maybe. He just feeds off of this crowd, maybe better than any other competitor, and it's not in a good way.
And you remember when Stephen Crowe won this title against his ride or die team member, what was involved in that matchup?
Tables?
A big ass ladder.
And a table. Oh, this is precarious.
Stephen Crowe, this is vintage Stephen Crowe. He likes to use his knees after he stacks his opponent in the corner.
Marz saw it coming.
Marz had that scouted up on the shoulders, climbing off the shoulders of Marz onto that ladder.
I think Marz was looking to give him a boost there.
Trying to scamper his way up to grab that title. Marz tenaciously trying to drag him back down to earth.
I mean, he could just reach up and grab that title, but...
On the title, Meteora into that ladder.
Why grab your title when you can put the Meteora into Marz's chest?
Marz, the specialist, tasting the steel of that ladder once again.
And you can see him shaking the cobwebs out, or maybe trying to get that ringing out of his ears. I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't want to feel it, whatever it is.
Crowe getting rid of that one ladder, repositioning to perhaps make another run at securing what is currently his championship. Or perhaps...
Well, he doesn't need 2 ladders. He just needs 1. The title's dangling right above this ladder, right here.
But you know the history between these two guys. He doesn't want to just win the title. He wants to put Marz out of commission while he does it.
Retain his title and finish this saga off. Oh. Knee to the back, boot to the ear. 1 ladders, 2 ladders.
Crowe rearranging the furniture, creating a heinous bridge of sorts between that bottom rope and that ladder with another ladder.
Let's see this kind of furniture staging on HGTV.
It's like a Rona Plus death match. Stephen Crowe again jawing with the fans at ringside.
twice.
I'm a big fan. Come on. Butterfly in the arms of the specialist.
Having a good time.
Perhaps trying to drive his face into that ladder. Marz not having a good time. The light fading from the eyes of the specialist.
You made a salty substance come out of my seeing devices.
Crowe now standing on that makeshift ladder bridge.
What is...
Attempting to butterfly.
What are we watching?
To double underhook the arms of Marz the specialist. Marz trying to keep that center of gravity low. Doesn't want to go for the ride.
This is not going to end up good for either.
He tried. Oh, man. He tried the fireman's carry, but he couldn't hold him up.
You could hear the smack of his head on that aluminum.
Crowe just swept the legs out from underneath. I mean, there is movement in Marz. The specialist not dead yet, not dead ever. But Crowe doing his best to make it happen.
Out of desperation, gets a piece of that top rope.
I was just going to say a desperate leap to knock Crowe off that top rope. And here's that fireman's carry he was looking for earlier.
How is Marz on his feet again?
But again, Crowe able to slide out the back door, able to avoid whatever he had planned. Caught that arm coming in. Uranagi, that lower back off that ladder.
Who's a Nagi?
I don't know who's a Nagi, but Stephen Crowe might be a cripple. Marz looking to go up top. He's all here, but he's not all there.
Oh,
Springboard moonsault onto the ladder.
A crippling moonsault. Crippling moonsault. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
The lengths that these two men will go.
There's bodies piling up like a morgue in here.
For the championship of salvation, it's about the title, it's about bragging rights, it's about putting an end to this rivalry that spanned months of time,
years,
provinces of territory.
I feel like this has never ended. Just the ongoing war that never ends. I mean, it might end tonight.
It's about who's the better man, who's the tougher man, who's the crazier man.
I mean, they both got to be crazy to step into this ring.
I mean, Marz just took a look at that title, and you could see his heart break, realizing how far away from it he was. Every step's got to be agony on that ladder. Every inch he climbs.
I mean, how is he even on his feet, let alone climbing a ladder?
Able to shrug Crowe off. Scaling up that ladder, but just can't escape the grasp of Stephen Crowe. And now,
well,
I mean, this is a smart move if he can choke him out.
Simple. Simple as keep it simple, stupid.
All of his weight on the back of the Crimson Lion. Marz down to a knee.
You don't need a ladder. You can just put somebody to sleep. You can't climb a ladder when you're asleep, Boris.
But Marz, the specialist, is not dead yet. He's going to climb that ladder, or attempt to, with all the weight of Crowe literally on his back.
You cannot climb a ladder asleep, but you can with Stephen Crowe on your back if you're Marz the specialist.
And now Crowe literally trying to climb over the body.
Marz becoming the ladder
of Marz the specialist to get at that title.
I mean, this is why we call him the specialist. He's even in a ladder.
I don't want to play anymore. Poison Rana from the ladder.
What is going on? Neither one of these two are going to get up ever again.
I think it's safe to say neither one of these two guys gives a damn about their match tomorrow night.
Well, they might not make it tomorrow night.
And I think that basically put the reset button on this whole thing, and we're starting from scratch.
And how is that even possible? You could have two corpses battling pretty soon.
And believe it or not, Crowe trying to position that ladder. I mean, third, fourth, fifth wind.
I'm speechless. I'm sorry. He said it. Not dead ever.
Stephen Crowe.
How does he keep getting back up?
Stephen Crowe up for the challenge.
When has he ever not been?
I mean, every single ounce of what they've got left, they're putting into those strikes.
I think Steven just spit out a tooth.
Exchanging rights, fists, elbows.
We came to a ladder match and a hockey fight broke out.
Oh, hard, stiff kick, hard, stiff forearm. Series of kicks from Marz, getting the better of Crowe.
He can't get up.
Waist control.
Oh, that's it.
German suplex heaved him
On
halfway across the ring.
and then landed on the ladder. He bounced onto a ladder. Got his neck broken in a German suplex and landed on a ladder.
Stephen
Just for
Crowe
fun.
now
Oh,
down
boy.
on the floor.
Oh boy.
Suicide dive into the second row.
Third row, fourth row. Minimum 4 rows.
And now the Crimson Line
Focused.
locking his eyes on that championship.
Damn rights he did. Getting some feeling back.
You could see the gold reflecting in his eyes as he gazed up at that title.
You gotta go. You gotta go now. I can't see from my vantage point, Boris, but I'm pretty sure Stephen Crowe is still in the third row.
Moving that ladder underneath.
This thing's academic, isn't it?
Marz ascending step by step,
Stephen
rung by
Crowe's
rung.
Still out. Oh my God, he's bringing a chair into the ring, Boris.
Crowe
He's got his
has
hand on the title,
some
but he's got his hand on the
semblance
chair.
of a Caught him right in the lower back with that steel chair. I mean, why the hell not?
Sure.
Oh, man. The sound of the steel meeting the flesh of Marz the Specialist echoing off the walls here in South Edmonton.
Not again. He can't take anymore.
Man,
He can't take anymore, Boris.
wearing him out with
Look at
that
that
steel
chair.
chair. But look at Marz.
He's warped that chair around his body. Look at the curves
But
in that
Marz,
chair.
Marz is not dead yet.
Just stay down, Marz. You got a match tomorrow. You got a match for the rest of your life, Marz. You got a match in April. You got a match in... Come on, man. For the sake of self-preservation.
Marz has taken every bit of punishment that Crowe has dished out, and he continues to get up. He continues to struggle to get back to his feet, to keep fighting. You can see blood now flowing from the back of Marz.
Steven's eyes swelling up. Marz's back is bleeding. We've got warped steel in ladders, warped steel in chairs. What the hell is next? Marz can't keep his eyes open, Boris.
I mean, look at the way holding up the corpse of Marz by the hair like a trophy fish.
He's the walking dead.
Man, clubbed in the back of the neck.
Right down to the chair. That's it. He's out.
And look at the sadistic,
Just go climb the ladder.
the sadistic look of accomplishment on the face of Stephen Crowe.
Just go climb the ladder.
But look at Marz. There's movement.
How is he moving?
If he's still alive, he's still gonna fight.
The muscle. It's just twitching and
Now Crowe grabbing
speechless.
another ladder.
He's not even trying to win this thing. Like, he's just going to make sure he finishes Marz the Specialist.
What the hell is he thinking? That ladder propped up on its side. Marz trying to use it to get back to his feet. Blood dripping out of an open wound in his back.
Oh, no. The good, the bad.
He might be looking for that backbreaker, that double underhook backbreaker, where instead of his knee, he's going to use the ladder.
No.
Oh, God.
He hit it.
Damn.
Boris, he got it. I mean, take your time now.
Marz
You got it.
writhing in pain on the canvas. Remember how much fun we were having in our last match?
The crowd was...
I'm not having fun anymore.
The crowd is literally chanting, "Please don't die." And now Marz won't die, which are dead straight facts. All puns intended.
Handful of hair heaving Marz out of the ring onto that stage.
Well, that's it.
Collapsing in a pool of flesh and blood.
That's what he needed. I mean, look, he did everything he could to finish Marz off.
And Stephen Crowe, his reign as the championship, or as the champion of salvation, set to continue here at our 12th installment of prequel.
He fought Boris.
But look at Marz. He's getting to his feet.
What?
Grabbing a hold of that ladder.
Oh!
Using some physics to push that ladder over into the back of Crowe.
Oh, that science was
Now,
fun.
sandwiching Crowe. I think that top of that ladder hit him right in the back of the head.
Twice.
Just sandwiching him
3 times.
between those two ladders.
Thrice?
I think he might be looking to set that one up beside. I mean, they're intertwined. The ladders intertwined like the careers of Crowe and Marz the Specialist now climbing.
It's like a pretzel of ladder. What is this, a race?
I mean, evenly matched. I mean, look, they're literally same size ladders, same rung.
I mean, if this is how this war was going to end.
I mean, they're equally paced climbing those ladders. Crowe just hammering down. But Marz still has his legs underneath him.
There it is.
Crowe's got his fingertips on that title. Oh, just heaved him up onto the shoulders.
Look at the strength. This is why we call him the Specialist.
Into the cutter.
What the hell,
From the
Boris?
ladder.
Holy shit. How does he keep getting up, Boris? How does he keep getting up?
I mean, Marz hit that TKO from the ladder. I don't know if Stephen Crowe knows what city he's in right now.
He's still on his back.
Marz climbing that ladder. It might be now or never. I mean,
It's in an arm's reach.
Crowe's trying to get over.
It's in an arm's reach. He's
But
got it. Boris!
All Stephen Crowe could do was
It's over!
stare up to the heavens and watch Marz the Specialist secure his championship, which is his championship no more.
Marz the Specialist is the new champion of salvation.
Marz the Specialist, your new champion of salvation.
How? What did we just watch? What?
Holding aloft the gold. What a match. What a night. And Stephen Crowe, you can see Stephen Crowe literally crawling back behind the curtain as Marz the Specialist finally gets his moment.
Let's give it to him. Let's let him have it. As he just collapsed with the title bars. He literally has nothing left. The gas tank is so empty, he could not even get himself down from the ladder.
I mean, I think that we've We've said everything we can say. Marz the Specialist, your new champion of salvation.
What a match.
Thank you, everybody, for checking out prequel number 12 dash.
24 hours to go until 24 hours to go. I'll see you back here then. But until then, we got to go home and we got to get out of here.
For everybody involved in Clandestine Wrestling Society, everybody involved in Love Pro Wrestling, for my partner Dash, this has been prequel number 12. Good night, everybody.